Look, if you're tired of spending half of your time building a website instead of actually seeing clients, you're at the right place. I'm going to give you the exact structure you'll need to follow to fully book your caseload and to ensure your website converts instead of guessing or spending inefficient time that won't create any real results. My name is Levi, and I help private practice owners consistently fully book their caseloads. So this is the second and last part of the series on how to build a converting website. In the first video, we talked about the homepage and how to structure it properly. So if you haven't done that yet, go back to that video, watch it, and come back. Okay, so let's quickly recap the last video. We talked about two things: universal website rules and how to structure your homepage and how it separates into two: the hero section, which is the part before someone scrolls, and the rest of the page. So let's quickly recap the universal website rules. First off, you want to ensure it's mobile friendly. A lot of people view your site on mobile, so open it yourself on your phone and see how it looks. The second part is the fonts are readable and look good on the website. You don't want to put, for example, I gave one last time, which is a white font on a beige color. So ensure it looks good. You can ask a couple of people around you what they think of your site, and if they think that everything is readable, and then you know it's okay. You don't have to do anything complex here. Just go with that. The third thing is everything is 1 to 2 clicks away. You don't want to make anything 3 or 4 clicks from the home page. New people shouldn't actually search for things on their own. Everything should be very, very easy and understandable to them, because if they see a bit of complexity, they'll click off your site. And the next one, it's very easy to get in contact with you. If you can add a booking link, even better, but ensure it's very, very easy, very, very clear how to get in contact with you. Talk in your niche's language. So don't talk in therapist lingo. Talk in the niche's language, how they describe themselves, how they describe their problems. Next one, offer free consults. So you do want to ensure that you have a free consult available. I know that some therapists are opposed to this, but you can also speak with them on the phone for 5 minutes. That's also okay, but just make sure they can speak with you before actually paying you. It will make them feel way more comfortable in your presence and will likely want to speak with you. The last one is never make promises. I know this is quite obvious, but I do want to mention it again. Do not make promises. You know where that road leads. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can talk about the pages besides the homepage that you need to have on your site. Now, if there's a page that I don't mention here, it's probably not mandatory, but if you do want to add it, feel free to do so. I'm just going to cover the mandatory ones, plus a bonus one that we're going to talk about at the end. Okay, so the first page we're going to talk about is the About page. The About page is the second most viewed page on your site besides the home page, because people actually land on it. This means that people care more about who you are than what you can actually do for them. So seeing your website or hearing from someone that they should work with you gives you a bit of credibility, but they still want to know who you are, how you can help, what you can do for them, and who you are as an actual person. Okay, so here are a couple of things you do need to focus on. The first one, and the most important one in my opinion, is be yourself. I think it's the most important one by far. I see a lot of therapists trying to be buttoned up and super professional. And for example, they can be the only therapist, they own a private practice, and they are a solo practice, and they write in their website, meet our counselors. You don't want to go with that approach. You want to seem very personalized. You want to seem very unbuttoned, and they need to feel like you're being the real you. I see a lot of therapists saying, we talk about politics, we swear on the therapy sessions, and they always outperform the ones who try to be ultra professional because they seem real. So the people who want to work with therapists like that, find them. So trust yourself the same way they trust themselves. Tell your story. Tell them where you came from, what you've done, how you've came to the field. all of that. They care about that stuff. They want to hear who you are and what you do. Say what you feel. Tell them what you think. It's very important they feel like you're actually being the true you. And don't talk in too much professional jargon. If you have to mention something specific, always follow up by explaining that term and how that will benefit them. Okay, so second thing, add a photo of yourself. This will start to make them connect with you. They can start seeing themselves in therapy with you. This also closes an open loop in their head of who am I going to see, what is going to happen, so they know who you are now and how you look. Now, I would also recommend that the image you add there is how you would look in therapy. You can do it in your therapy practice where you're actually going to take sessions. Now, another thing I would focus on your about page is always tying it back to your client and how what you're saying benefits your client. You don't actually really want to talk about yourself just to talk about yourself. The goal here is to make people take action and actually proceed to work with you. So always tie it back to your client. For example, I've worked with hundreds of people and clients throughout my career, and I specialize in helping X people with Y problem, and the common problems they might face that I help with are A, B, C, and D. As long as the list goes on, whatever you can do. If you'd like to add a My Approach section, I would personally recommend it, but always ensure that if you're using industry lingo, always explain right afterwards and tie it back to how that would benefit the client. I would also recommend adding a What a Client Say About Me section. This isn't mandatory, but I do recommend it. If you have reviews, just add them word for word to your site, and if you don't, just think about the common words and sentences clients keep repeating back to you about how you approach things. Now, try to avoid being very generic, like saying, I'm very warm and welcoming, because everybody says that. So try to avoid that. And also, don't say, I'm very warm and welcoming if you decide to say that, right? Clients describe me as very warm and welcoming. So for the whole section, it's very important to mention that you want to avoid, besides the what clients say about me part, you want to avoid totally talking about yourself in third person. They need to feel comfortable in your presence, and they need to feel like you understand them and are talking directly to them. So say words like me, I, you, and stuff like that, so they feel like you're actually talking to them one-to-one. And lastly, for the About page, add 1 to 2 CTAs throughout the site. You can add one up top and bottom, or near the image, bottom, up top, near the image. You can play with it, but add 1 to 2 CTAs so they can click from the About page straight to a scheduling or a Contact Us page. Okay, so now to the next page. This is probably the least complicated page. It is the Contact Us/booking page. So you want to focus on these things. The first thing you want to have on your Contact Us page is a roadmap. It needs to be very clear what's going to happen, and if you followed my advice, you already created one in the last video. If not, no worries, just create one and come back. You can add the same roadmap to the Contact Us page and to the home page. It needs to be very clear what's going to happen after clients leave their information with you, so they feel comfortable to do so. The second thing is obviously the Contact Us form, or a booking page directly, whatever you prefer. Now, a bonus tip here is to let them schedule on their own. I know a lot of you are opposed to that, and I totally get that. So what I recommend doing is actually to leave the contact form there, but after someone presses submit, redirect them to a booking page. So if they want to book on their own, they can. Last part, nothing. Don't add anything besides the roadmap and the Contact Us form or the calendar. I don't want you to add anything, because you want your clients to be focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's leaving their information. It should be very clear there is nothing else to do on that page besides to leave their info. Okay, next page. This page is the services or specialties pages, wherever you want to call it. The structure is pretty similar to the about page, but here you can dive deeper into each specific niche, and there are some nuances here, so let's go into them. You want to talk about what they might feel, the pain points they might have in their own words, and also what they feel in their own words, how you're going to help, and you can also add what do clients say about me here. And here, the good thing is you can talk about specific things that clients with that specific problem have said about you. So you can tailor that specific page to that specific problem and this specific approach. And you can write specific things that you know help clients that have this specific problem get over the fence and actually start working with you. So there are 3 more things I would like to talk about in this page. First one being is think of your ideal client or clients that you want to have and ensure that each one of them has at least one page they see themselves in, if not more, but one page at least that they see themselves in and they feel like, yeah, this is for me. The second thing is remember never to make promises. We talked about this before, but again, do not make promises. And last one, add 1 to 2 call to actions so they can move forward and from that page go and leave their information or book a call with you. And as promised, here's the bonus one, the frequently asked questions page. Create a page with all of the common questions and the answers that prospects might have that will help them get over the fence and start working with you. Now, you might say, I answer these questions in other pages of my site. Why should I do it again? Well, the reason is you trust yourself and you view those pages, but prospects don't trust you. They won't start to scrape your site to find the answers to their questions. If something seems weird to them, they'll just click off. But if you have a frequently asked questions page, they are likely to click that page and see what you want to talk about. Think of the common questions you get and what makes people tick and move from a prospect to booking a consult or a session with you. And if you're not sure what those are, just ask your current clients what would have made them feel more comfortable to enter your practice if they would have known that beforehand. Now, another huge benefit to having a frequently asked questions section on your site is that usually when people click it, it's the last bit of confidence they need to go over the fence. They already saw your homepage, they already saw your about page, maybe even a service page, and they just need answers to their questions before making a decision. So knowing this, you have to add at least 2 call to actions, one above the frequently asked questions section and one underneath it, so they can click straight from the frequently asked questions section straight to the contact us form and book a call with you. That's everything for today. We've covered the about page, the specialty and service pages, the contact us form and booking pages, the frequently asked questions section. So let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to cover next, and I'll see you on the next one.